Kids, be free. Be whatever you are. Do whatever you want to do. Just so long as you don't hurt anybody.
Hello people. So your son he's about 2 years old. Not far off it. And he gets ill one day, not long after having his third lot of injections, his vaccinations. So he gets ill one day, you know, he can't stop throwing up bile. It's this yellow, horrible, gunky, smelly shit. And the out of hours doctor has to come around and see him and checks him over, saying, no, he's alright, don't worry. But he gets over it. He carries on progressing as normal. You know, he starts saying mum, he starts saying dad. Everything's wow. We'll look at a picture on the wall and it's wow. Wow. And then he comes over with this sort of viral rash. And it puts you into a panic. So then you end up having a neighbour taking your partner up to the local hospital. And they're trying to do blood tests on him to make sure everything's alright. It turns out now it's just a viral rash. It's not meningitis. So you're grateful for that. But then he just kind of stops and he starts going backwards. You can see his cognitive abilities aren't quite going the way they should be. Don't know if you just heard him there. You notice that he's not saying mum and dad so much anymore. He just tends to scream like that. Just constantly licking his hands, the palm of his hands, licking them all the time. You notice that he doesn't start playing with the toys like he was. You know, he'll get some cars, he'll line them all up in a row and he'll push them all off the table, or he'll get the wheels, you know, spin the wheel and pull that straight in his mouth. And at this point, you know, you're starting to get a little bit concerned because your little boy, he's not what he should be. You know he's not. He's not sleeping properly. Cheeks were always bright red and bloodshot. He'd have constant banging all day. He wants to jump on everything or running up and down in a little line. But you're worried about this constant hand licking. So you wake up one morning whilst your partner's working nights, and you got your little man next to you as usual. You know, he wakes up and the first thing he starts doing is just licking his hands. You're not crying out, you just fucking stop it. It sort of freaks him out. He can't understand why. You see it in his face, you know, he's so terrified. So I'll get my phone, bring up the search engine, and I'll type in "infant keeps on licking hands." Press search. What's the first thing that comes up? Autism. Everything's autism, 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 and your heart just fucking sinks. Your heart just sinks. Because it all starts making sense. It all starts making sense. His behaviour, his mannerisms, everything, it just all starts to click, and it turns your world fucking upside down. There he is, bless him. He sounds like R2-D2 on crack, don't he? So you start watching him closely and start watching his mannerisms even more, and you just find yourself ticking off his constant this or yeah. And it's not an easy thing to acknowledge. You know, I'm not the sort of person to go to a doctor for everything. So all this shite that we're going through at the moment, all this rigmarole, I don't really see the point in it, you know. We're not applying for disability living allowance for him. So that should please some people out there. Now, I know we're entitled to it, but my opinions on being governed should be known by now if you're a regular viewer. I've got a coffee down here, just turning you around so I can have a drink. And you can look at the clouds for a minute whilst I have my drink and a doobie flip. Cheers. So you start arguing with your partner a lot. Both of you trying to blame each other for why your son is the way he is. But it's neither one. You can't blame anyone for it. At the end of the day, it's happening everywhere. You've got two choices. You can either bury your head in them clouds up there in La La Land and pretend everything's hunky-dory, or you can just plant your feet firmly on the ground and say, right, let's get on with this. Yeah, it took us a couple of weeks, but we got there. Hardest thing really is accepting it. You know in your heart, in your hearts of heart, you know in your gut that is the problem. You know, he's autistic. He's on the spectrum. So you start doing the usual stuff. You start typing in autism into search engines, and you start reading. And well, I did anyway. I don't know if it's just me, but I like to know everything about anything, especially if it's something that's of interest to me or pertinent to my current situation. And again, it just boils down to what camp are you in? Are you just going to say, right, he's autistic, he was born this way, his brain's wired wrong, and he's going to be like it for the rest of his life? Or do you see what treatments are available for your little man, for your namesake? Do you look and see if there's any contributing factors to what he's going through? Look, go in your cupboard and get a pack or tin of anything out and look on the back of it. You've got in big bold ingredients, things like wheat, milk, soya. They call them allergens, and when we consume them, they have a negative effect on our body, and it does damage to your body as well. But not everyone mind. Some people aren't allergic to dairy or lactose. But when you take into consideration generations upon generations of people all eating food that isn't really good for us, injecting ourselves with God knows what, is it any wonder that our offspring are turning out the way they are? So you have to excuse me if I digress. I'm just rambling along, I suppose. And it's my son's birthday a week ago. It's my birthday 2 days after that. And yeah, got quite a lot not weighing on my mind, just waiting for me to release it onto video. Haven't really had the time the past few days to get some alone time, some quiet time to get in front, or in this case behind the camcorder. Yeah, so diet. So you start looking at all the stuff that he's eating, and it's all getting breadcrumbed meat of some sort. When you're trying to live a vegetarian to vegan lifestyle, it's fucking difficult. Really, really difficult. We stopped him from having orange juice, so we found his cheeks was going bright red, and he was going hyper off it. Didn't give him it pure all the time, it was always watered down in his beaker. So we stopped him from having citrus. and his cheeks stop being so red, and cut out all the corn snacks, all the wheat. And last time he had vegetables, just remember him holding his stomach like he was in pain. So now we can't even give him vegetables. He loves a bit of chicken every now and then. But at the moment he's stuck on his poxy fish fingers, wheat-free ones. Their partner's cooking him biscuits every day, mixed up with fruit, no sugar in. That's using rice flour. On top of doing a night shift as well, bless her. Whilst we're trying to homeschool the older two children as well. I wouldn't change it for the world. They're good children, they behave 9 times out of 10. You always notice me when I'm out. I'm the one with the children who actually walk with us and behave and don't scream and shout everywhere. So you get his diet under control a little bit. And you start trying to find other ways of trying to help him. Trying to calm him down. And the only thing he ever eats is just meat. You can't get no veg down him. So you worry about his nutrition. And he can't just live off what he's eating at the moment. If we just give in and let him have whatever he wants, it's going to have an adverse effect on him. He has vitamin D spray every day. We give him hemp oil as well. It's helping improve his calmness. He has that 3 times a day. And whilst you're searching for other ways to try and improve your little man's life, you come across some information, and as usual it's not so much suppressed as drowning in conspicuous circumstances. You find out that some doctors are having success. You see, some holistic doctors are having success in treating patients suffering with autism. They make announcements to the press, and before you know it, they're brown bread. Now, if that's not fishy, I don't know what is. So you take this information and you look deeper into it, and you come across the usual propaganda, as to be expected. And then along with this propaganda comes the stigma of being called a bad parent. All because you have the ability to read between the lines and the common sense to do a bit of bloody digging. So you discover that you can make your little man's life about 60% better just through cleaning his colon, because autistic children suffer a lot with parasites. So I think that's something that I may have to look into very soon, now that we're getting these appointments coming through. And we had a speech and language therapy appointment yesterday, and even though the woman there was lovely, she was really nice, the information she gave us we've already read about online anyway. So you sort of feel like you're just wasting your time, because everything that these so-called doctors and consultants have said so far, I've already known about. And the only thing I'm slightly concerned about is that also inside his gut you got bacteria, of good and bad, and it's the bad bacteria which also affect autistic children. So in order to do that, you've got to give them good bacteria and some protein that the body makes. And there's the optimal words. The body makes this protein, which means that if the body makes it, And to be able to put more into the body, it has to be synthesised, and that costs money. That costs approximately 700 quid for a 2-month supply. And we're trying to save up to move out of this bloody area, try and get somewhere with a little bit of space for my son. We had to spend 70 odd bloody quid yesterday on some bloody textbooks that are coming from America. Nearly 20 quid shipping. Hopefully they're going to help us with communicating with the little man. I bet you're probably bored of looking out there now, aren't you? Look how gloomy it is. Oh dear. There we go. Is that better? Yeah, so in order to make my autistic child healthier, I need to try and find 700 quid every 2 months. It's a lot of money. I would like to try and earn it. Call it pride. Same pride I've taken all of my children. They're my children and my responsibility. My partner and I, we decided to have our children. We weren't told to have them. It's that pride that makes me homeschool them. You see, when you start looking at your children and the fact that they're suffering from autism, you start thinking about maybe it's hereditary in some form. All these little traits that we have, all these little odd things that we do, that made me start to question myself. Why do I do the things that I do? Why am I the way that I am? Why do I like things the way I like things? And sort of start sending you on a bit of a spiritual journey. Because the deeper you get into thinking about yourself, it's inevitable that you're going to start thinking about yourself spiritually. It just happens automatically. See, in my videos, I'm trying to teach you, my viewers, anybody who's interested in my videos, shall we call them, I'm trying to teach you. At the moment, I'm studying symbology. I find that there's a lot of confusion, especially on YouTube, in regards to symbology. A lot of people tend to jump on the bandwagon and spread fear. And put it this way, yeah? Would you know about, it doesn't matter if you believe in it or not, but if you had never heard of heaven and hell, would you have known that they existed? The answer, of course, is no, you wouldn't have. Just like you wouldn't know that me and my channel existed unless either A, you come across one of my videos and you subscribed, or B, somebody told you about me and then you looked me up. There's no other way around it, you just wouldn't know. A lot of Christian people R2's off again. A lot of Christian people are making YouTube videos and they like to point out the fact, it's a fact that symbology is used everywhere in life and in entertainment. It's a fact, it is used, yes. I'm not going to deny that. But what they don't tell you, or they forget to mention, is that when you actually study symbols or symbology, you realise that their meaning, I've said this before, the meaning of symbols are personal to you. So when you've got a Christian making YouTube videos, they're only going to see a Christian view of a symbol. Just like I said before about Pan, the god of nature. You know, Pan's pipes. What, you think all those people in Peru are Satanists? They all worship the devil? It's even worse when Christian people are ignorant of how their religion is really an allegory, an allegory, however the hell you want to pronounce it. I don't care at the moment. And you've got God, the light, and Satan, the dark. Can you think of anything that you see every single time you open your eyes that reminds you of the light or the dark, depending on what time of day it is? Well, right now I can see the light. I can see God in the sky. In a few more hours, I won't God will be gone. The darkness will be in the sky. Satan. Now, as I was saying, Christian people may get this symbol and just scream, "It's a Masonic symbol! It's a Masonic symbol! It's a Masonic symbol! They're devil worshippers! Ah! Ah!" Yes, it's a Masonic symbol. What does it actually mean? Well, I keep on going on about how the G in the middle is supposed to be representative of God. Or some people say it's representative for Gnosis. So the compass and the square as well. I suppose they're stonemasons and they use them for measuring. Yeah, true. But look at how the compass and the square are crossing over. As above, so below. When they put the G inside, that's mainly an American thing. But the G inside, that's significant as well. I'm going to tell you how it's significant in the case of autism. Stand up. Right. This is my pelvis. My ribs are here. Let's just superimpose some skeleton over me here. We'll do something. I don't know what we're going to do yet, but we'll do something. There we go. Now, what we're going to do is impose a compass and a square down here. You're going to notice that square fits perfectly in between my pelvis and top of my ribs. And there's a reason the G can go there as well. That's because the duodenum looks a bit like this. In the shape of a G. G for gut. Or is it G for God? Is there a literal God inside of all of us? This symbol reminds me that if I can make my son's gut better, it will be a vast improvement on his life. You can help me. If you want, you can donate. I'm not going to ask. It's there. My Twitter, my PayPal. All the other ways you can talk about me. You can recommend people to watch my videos. I don't earn anything off them. Not going to lie, I'd like to. Of course I would. Certainly make life a lot easier. Just imagine what information I can bring you down the line when I'm able to start treating my son properly. I'll speak to you all later on, people. I've got more videos to make. Love you all. Bye for now.